Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global TV. We're live in nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. President Bola Tinubu has directed relevant ministries, departments and agencies of the federal government to ensure that the outcomes of research in science and technology are used to enrich policies that impact the real sector. Tinubu issued the directive when the president of the Nigerian Academy of Science and fellows of the academy paid him a courtesy visit at the State House in Abuja. Abumefegbe has the rest of the report.
Speaking at the event, President Tinubu emphasized that his administration is advancing an all-encompassing approach to leveraging the capacity of Nigerians to innovate and create solutions from all spheres of human initiative across the public and private sectors, including farming, manufacturing, information technology, and academia, adding that his administration is committed to the comprehensive integration of research and the outcomes of research with the process of policy formulation and implementation in all fields of national endeavor.
Goal of the National Academy of Science and funding for science and development. I am fully committed and I work at it. And others, you bear witness to this. We have to work hard and plan well.
During his investiture as the
Meanwhile, President Bola Tinubu has indefinitely suspended the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Rural Electrification Agency, Ahmed Salijo, alongside 3 executive directors of the agency from office that followed new findings on earth during a comprehensive investigation into the financial activities of the Rural Electrification Agency. The State House revealed in a statement signed by the President's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngalale. Aside from Ajiol Isahilo, the President also suspended the Executive Director, Corporate Services, Olaniyi Natuvo, Executive Director, Technical Services, Baka Sajo, and Executive Director, Rural Electrification Fund, Sadutu Balgore. The federal government has inaugurated a committee for the implementation of the Ransay report, which majorly recommends the major of the government ministries, departments, and agencies to cut the cost of governance. The inauguration of the implementation committee followed the announcement by the President Bola Tinubu-led federal government on February 28, 2024. That part of recommendations in the 12-year-old Ransay report will be implemented. The 800-page report recommended that 263 of the statutory agencies be slashed to 161. 38 agencies be scrapped, 52 be merged, and 14 be reverted to departments in various ministries, among others. Senators have celebrated with their female legislators to commemorate International Women's Day. President of the Senate, Council Okpabio, suspended the plenary to celebrate women senators by cutting cake with the female senators to mark the International Women's Day. Reacting, Senator Mohammed Mangumba on the state call for women inclusivity in governance. Reps pledge more women participations in the national policy making as the House of Representatives reiterates its commitment to collaborate with government agencies, civil society, and private sectors on actions that can overcome the structural barriers preventing women from realizing their full potential. Speaker Honorable Tajude Adepas made this known at the occasion of the 2024 International Women's Day celebration held at the National Assembly Complex. Kikuleme Okere has the rest of the details.
The Speaker, who was represented by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, noted that at the House level, the Green Chamber is working assiduously to strengthen the women caucus in the House to better the advocacy on women-specific issues and also mentor upcoming female politicians. He says his office has also launched the Bridge a Gap initiative, a project to address the systematic gap and inequalities faced by women and girls in Nigeria. The Speaker position was supported by other principal officers and lawmakers present at the event.
We must dismantle cultural biases. We must dismantle unequal access to resources and opportunities. Furthermore, empowering women through mentorship programs, leadership trainings, ensuring their voices are heard. Value are crucial aspects of fostering an environment.
As legislators and representatives of the people, your role is very crucial to a nation's development. We are the eyes and ears of the government and the grassroots. As women, we constitute a significant portion of our society, and it is vital that our voices are heard and our contributions acknowledged. I therefore encourage you to set a robust legislative agenda for advocacy.
It is about fostering a culture where the voices of women from all walks of life resonate, where their ideas are embraced, and where their contributions are celebrated.
In leadership, the inclusion of the underprivileged, the inclusion of the underprivileged in our decision-making process is one of the key pillars of women inclusion. Without including them, without considering their opinions, without looking at their place, we cannot achieve gender equality.
Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
The Speaker, who was represented by the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, noted that at the House level, the Green Chamber is working assiduously to strengthen the women caucus in the House to better the advocacy on women-specific issues and also mentor upcoming female politicians. It says his office has also launched the Bridge Our Gap initiative, a project to address the systematic gaps and inequalities faced by women and girls in Nigeria. The Speaker's positions were supported by other principal officers and lawmakers present at the event. The Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Deputy Speaker. Women have been urged to take initiative and carve a path of empowerment that strengthens multidimensional inclusion in the bid to close the gender. This was the focus of an event put together by women from a wide range of backgrounds to commemorate the 2024 International Women's Day. Sharon Ajay was there for Global Television and tell us more.
The event, hosted by Dr. Charity Akumbo to celebrate the creativity, resourcefulness, and accomplishment of women, built a narrative around the urgent need to evolve initiatives that align with this theme of the 2024 International Women's Day, which is Inspire Inclusion. Dr. Charity commended women for their resilience and the impact they make in all various fields of endeavor, urging them to stay focused while making a difference globally.
We're also trying to encourage women to get involved in whatever is going on in the society, in the workplace, and in their private lives and in their homes. That's why you've seen that we brought together a lot of personalities from different fields, in business, in health, in policies that concern women, and professionalism, ethics at work, because we want women to get the information, all the information they need that will make them a better woman. So to also fight against stereotype and gender inequality.
On her part, Margari Kuba Okadigbo acknowledged the criteria role women play in society, particularly in addressing gender inequality. Senator Okadigbo also enlightened the women on their role in educating their male children on the right attitude to have in the face of gender inequality.
I think we as women, we have a major role to play, even in the case of gender inequality, because as mothers, we are the hands that rock the cradle, and we are the ones who let our male children know that they must carry their sisters on equal terms. So I think mothers need to start doing that. And then most of this stuff, we would have started talking about it.
While calling on everyone to create the right environment for the fight against gender inequality, Senator Margari further added that women should be given a chance while prioritizing female education and enabling the girl child access to acquisition of basic skills needed to aid economic empowerment.
All stakeholders, government and agencies, businesses, civil society, and the international community to accelerate efforts towards women's economic empowerment. We must create an enabling environment that promotes gender equality and provides women with equal opportunities to thrive and succeed.
Citing policy-related factors that affect women, Dr. Chinelo Irele made a case for deliberate implementation.
We have so many policies that define what will be better for the women in the world, and especially in Nigeria. We don't lack policies. What we need is to implement these policies, so have them enforced.
The overarching theme for the 2024 International Women's Day is Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV.
The National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons has said that over 6.1 million Nigerians were displaced by insecurity and natural disasters. The Commission Federal Commissioner Alhaji Tijani Aliyu disclosed this during a visit to Governor Dikko Rather of Katsina State on Friday in Katsina. According to him, as of 2022, the Commission has about 3 million displaced persons, but with floods and other natural disasters, we now have additional 100% of such displaced people. He explained that the authoritatively says that they have less than 6.1 million Nigerians displaced out of their homes. Aliyu disclosed the Commission's intention to construct 3 well-furnished skills acquisition centers across the Northeast from the 2024 to 2025 budget. He said the essence of the visit was to distribute food items to about 700 displaced people in the state. Before today, the Commission has been putting forth its effort to ensure that these people were not left in undignified way. The children have received educational training funds from us, and about 120 of them were trained, and about 70 of the mothers were given some small starter packs to improve their living standards, the Commissioner said. Police Operative Attaché Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team and Special Tactical Squad have arrested a notorious armed manufacturer and Abuja's most wanted female-dominated one-chance cartel. Addressing newsmen in Abuja while parading 26 suspects, the false public relations officer, SCP Olomoria, stated that the arrest was made in response to the urgent need to heighten security measures nationwide. And in celebrations of the International Women's Day, the Nigerian Women for Agricultural Progress have advocated for women farmers' inclusion and recognition of women farmers' achievements in the agricultural sector. Sharon Ajay has more details.
Dealing with the insecurity problems of farmers and their farmlands, the Senior Special Assistant to the President, Food and Security, Yejide Ogundife, says that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has put in measures to curtail such practices, assuring farmers of a peaceful work life void of fear of insecurity.
The military, the army, the police, they are out to drive out those bandits so that farmers could go back to the farm. And we thank God that gradually farmers are going back to the farm. And not only that, there is this creation of agri rangers. Those are the people that will go to the farms and protect our farmers. That's part of what our president is doing and this government.
Expressing our excitement for Alpha Women Farmers have come, National Coordinator NWAP Omolara Stevenson urged women farmers to take their stand and to also leverage on the power they have as women farmers.
Because enough is enough. We've had enough. So, I want to appreciate us. And I want every single one of us here today to start understanding how powerful you are.
Omolara has stated that part of the aim of NWAP is to increase the output, increase the output of food production in Nigeria and to enrich the lives of grassroots farmers.
It's all about what's my output. So in another 3 to 4 months, we will be coming here again to show you what our output is from Southwest, Southeast, and then we start with North Central. And so, yeah, so it's all about the output. All the noise we're making is to improve the output of food production in Nigeria. And by so doing, we are enriching the life of our grassroots farmers, real farmers, not political farmers, not portfolio farmers. That's the expectation.
Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
You're watching Meet the News coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, with Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using at Global TV NG and other handles now shown on the screen. When Meet the News returns, UNICEF donates $219,462 health equipment and drugs for Yobe government. These and all the stories coming right after this break. Stay with us. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of Meet the News. Many thanks for staying with us. Fresh details that emerged on the robbery attack on 2 banks in Kogi State last Thursday have revealed that 1 police officer and 1 security guard lost their lives during the shootout with armed robbers. This was made following the visit of the State Commissioner of Police, Bernard Onoaha, to the scene of the crime in Ayimba on Friday. The Command's Public Relations Officer, SP William Aya, explained that the Deputy Commissioner, Criminal Investigation Department, has been directed to commence investigation into the incident with a view to bringing the perpetrators to deserve justice. The Commissioner of Police assured all of the Command's commitment to working in synergy with other security agencies as well as patriotic stakeholders in ensuring that Kogi State is safe and secure for all and sundry. The CP further urged the people of the state to continue to collaborate with security agencies with credible information on the activities of anyone that they reasonably suspect within their neighborhood. On the foreign scene, the U.S. military will construct a port in Gaza to get more humanitarian aid into the territory by sea. President Joe Biden has announced the temporary port will increase the amount of humanitarian assistance to the Palestinians by hundreds of additional truckloads per day. Officials say, however, that Biden said that the initiative will not include U.S. troops on ground in Gaza. The UN warns that a quarter of the population is on the brink of famine. The president made the official announcement during his State of the Union address. And the dire conditions more than 5 months into the war have led to some countries to airdrop food and other assistance over the besieged Gaza Strip by procured malfunctioned drone, the latest operations lethal on Friday. 5 Palestinians were killed and 10 wounded north of the coastal Al-Shatai refugee camp. Jordanian and U.S. military officials denied that aircraft from either country caused the fatalities. They, however, expressed sympathy to the family of those who were killed, the U.S. Central Command said in a statement. President Joe Biden delivered a fiery State of the Union address, taking repeated swipes at Donald Trump and covering the broad themes of his re-election campaign. Biden used the term "my predecessor" to refer to Trump 13 times in a speech that lasted more than an hour. He accused his likely election opponent of bowing down to Russia and criticized him of the Capitol riot. Biden also covered immigration, abortion, the economy, and Gaza. The atmosphere in the House chamber was raucous at times, with loud cheering from Democrats and heckling from some Republicans. Deadly explosions have rocked Ukraine's southern port city of Odesa as President Zelensky was meeting Greek Prime Minister. Nevis says people were killed. Mitsotakis says the pair heard the sound of sirens and explosions, while Russia said it targeted a maritime drone facility in the commercial port area of the city during an attack. President Zelensky accused Russia of not caring who the target, saying Moscow had either gone crazy or they don't control what their terrorist army is doing. During a joint news conference, the Greek Prime Minister said they heard the sound of sirens and explosions that took place near and did not have time to get to shelter. Now a quick look at business. The federal government has declared that it will withdraw the operating license of power distribution companies that were intentionally not supplying electricity to consumers across the country, leading to widespread blackouts in Nigeria. It stated that despite effort by the Federal Ministry of Power and Electricity Generating Companies, some discos were not distributing the power supply to them by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, which had resulted in abysmal supply since this year. Power supply across the country has been terrible since January 2024, as many towns and cities nationwide have been thrown into darkness for weeks due to lack of electricity. The federal government said it has begun the construction of the 700 kilometers Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. The Minister of Works and David Umahi disclosed in a statement issued by a special advisor on media. Oye Uchenna in Abuja, this is coming 1 week after the Federal Executive Council approved a contract worth 1.067 trillion naira for the first phase of highways construction. The Works Minister, who addressed journalists after the council meeting, said the 47.47 kilometers dual carriageway has 5 lanes on each side and a train track in the middle. Umahi explained that it forms part of 700 kilometers road spanning 9 states with 2 spurs leading up north, noting that the facility will be constructed with concrete. The Nigerian Senate has resolved to investigate the unexplained delay in electricity step-down of Okwai power plants in Delta State. Lawmakers during plenary sitting says investigating the delay has become imperative as plants played a crucial role in the national power distribution system in 2005 when it was inaugurated. The Central Bank of Nigeria has announced a surge in foreign exchange inflow into the economy during February 2024. This increase is attributed to substantial growth in remittance payment from Nigerians abroad and heightened interest from foreign portfolio investors in acquiring Naira assets. The bank's acting director of corporate communications, Sidi Ali, revealed this in a document. Sidi said that overseas remittances reached $1.3 billion in February 2024, surpassing the previous month inflow of $300 million by more than 4-fold. The United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, UNICEF, has donated medical equipment and drugs worth $290,462 to Yobe State government to curb the outbreak of disease and improve maternal, non-natal and child survival. The state has recently been in a grip of a meningitis outbreak with the death of at least 22 students in 3 boarding schools. The UNICEF health manager in Maduguri, Clement Adams, who presented the equipment and drugs to the Commissioner for Health in Damaturu, said the gesture was to improve maternal and non-natal and child survival. He said the equipment valued at $290,462 was provided to complement the effort of the state government in improving health services, adding that with this intervention, pregnant women in Yobe State could access primary health care service across their homes. On the sport, the Nigeria Football Federation has declared the position of the Super Eagles head coach vacant following the expirations of the contract of Jose Peseiro at the end of February. With the departure of the Portuguese, who led the Eagles to second place at the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast, the Glass House is shopping for a replacement. Reports of the appointment of former Gaffer Austin Aguevan as interim manager was denied by NFF President Ibrahim Gausa. Also declared vacant is the position of the Golden Eaglet head coach. Chelsea parent company Blue Coal 22 announced net losses of £653 million after tax for the March 2022 to June 2023 period, while the Premier League club suffered £90.1 million in losses before tax company filings showed. The consortium Blue Coal, led by American Toad and Clearcakes Capitals, purchased West London outfit Chelsea in 2022. Loss for Chelsea in the 12-month period was lower than £121.4 million for the previous year. The club also had increased match day and commercial revenue after they operated without the government restrictions placed on them after Russia's invasions of Ukraine, when former Chelsea owner and Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich was sanctioned. And that is it on Midday News. It came to you live from Nigeria's capital in StarTimes, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles now shown on the screen. I am Edikan Michael. Many thanks for watching. See you again.